Hello everybody, me Paddy from across the shop, and today's video is going to be on the Fallkniven replacement for the Fallkniven DC4 sharpening system. This has been definitely Fallkniven's bestseller for years upon years. It's a great, simple, straightforward little sharpening system, but it had a flaw. And the flaw was, I'll take this out, it comes in a lovely little pouch, but the flaw with it was it had one ceramic side, which is here, and I've had this for, I don't know how many years now, I've had it for years. It is still perfect, great ceramic for sharpening, and I've sharpened everything from a kitchen knife to a machete on this little stone. It's just a simple, straightforward and back, get your edge and away you go. A great thing to practice freehand sharpening on, if that's what you want to do. But on the other side of this, you can see in between here, can you see the metal in this? It's a bit of leather here. This was a diamond, can't think of the name, what do you call it? A diamond stone. And the diamond stone didn't last very long at all. I would say within 6 months it was completely useless and it wasn't removing any metal whatsoever. So what I done in place of it, is if I show you now, is I just put a bit of a leather belt, stuck it on with super glue on top of it, and so I used this just for sharpening because it was just a field sharpener. I didn't need a big heavy sharpener for just a quick sharpen the knife up at the end of the day, and then it was just simply just a case of stropping on the end of it. Before I'd go out camping or before I would do it, I would put some blue Smurf poo on this, and that just kept my knives nice and sharp. I had other things if things went wrong. The other thing I used to carry with this was emery paper, and as you can see it's 120 grit, so if I had damaged my knife badly, I would have just had that on top of that and used the 120 grit to get an edge back so that I could then use the ceramic side. That's what I used for years. And I say the only thing was, the fault was that the diamond side wasn't good enough to last. It wasn't like a DMT diamond side, it was just rough diamonds put on the back of it. But again, it was, so many people used this. If it was just sort of weekend people used it, it lasted for a long time. But if you had any heavier use like I did, it really didn't last that long. So they've replaced that, and I think they've replaced it with something that is totally brilliant. I think this is now going to be my new favourite use. I sit at night time and sharpen my knives, but sometimes I don't feel like getting the whetstones out, or even sometimes I don't feel like getting the Spyderco. I've got the Sharp Maker. I just want to sit in my chair, sit back and give my knife a wee touch up. This is the perfect thing for it. It is now called the CC4. Comes in the lovely leather case again, and this is the CC4. It has, well, I'm not sure because we never did find out what the grit was on that one there, but I think there's something very similar. This is too new yet to tell, but this is 1 micron for sharpening. And then on this side, and I've just used it, so I didn't clean it because I just wanted you to see that was just one sharpen with a knife, and at least it's removing steel, absolutely lovely. And this is 0.01 micron, which is somewhere around, I think, 8,000 grit or something like that. Now don't quote me on that because I'm not sure, but how good is that to have that on the thing? Because at the end of the day, again, all I want to do is usually just to give it a quick, get the quick sharpen on it. And I say this is still, these are a bit rough for a first week or two till you've used them and you get them down to, but it's just, it's lovely feeling. This just takes it to another level. This last night I put an absolutely, can you hear it? Listen. It is so smooth, it's just lovely. absolutely brilliant. I think it's the best thing in sharpening for a long while. I'm not a great believer in the big expensive sharpening machines. That's just me. And one, I can't afford it, but I just don't think you need to spend that much to sharpen. I'm saying that now, what I've spent on all different sorts of wee sharpeners is probably enough to could have bought one. But this to me is a brilliant, just personal sharpener for taking out, if you're going anywhere that slips in your inside pocket. If you're going somewhere and you know you're going to use your knife and you might need to touch it up again, that slips anywhere. What is that, about 5 mil if it is thick? It's only a little small pouch. This is the small, this is the Imperial Shred Sodbuster. It's a wee small one. So if you can see it, it's not that much bigger than it. So again, exactly the same size as the previous model, but the difference being is that ceramic bit, which makes all the difference. As we know, with ceramic will give you a razor sharp edge. And I take this one now, I'll be taking this one as well, because I have the leather on it. And if my knife is, I've got a really blunt knife, I'll use this side where I want to put a bit of pressure maybe and really dig in. I'll use this side and save this one for good. So I can do it on this side heavy, then I can continue on this one, then onto my ceramic, and then a quick strop. So that really is a super sharpening system. I am so pleased with it. And I'll still take my 120 just in case. I've just looked at that. It's actually, you can see it's been used a wee bit, but not very often. So there's a sharpening system that I can do axes, do whatever I like when I'm out, and I'm not going to have to worry whatsoever. And I think that's about the end of that video. I think that it's the Fallkniven CC4, a great upgrade from the DC4. They don't do the smaller model, they do a DC3, which is a smaller model. They haven't come out with a CC3, just a CC4. But I've already used it. I loved it last night when I sharpened the knife on it. I've loved it today again. What I will do in a few months' time, I'll give you an update, because I will sit in the evening and give my knives a quick touch up at the end of the day, and then after maybe 3 months I'll give you a report on how it's going. But I honestly can't see any reason why this would fail, because the Fallkniven, their materials this time, they've got it right. They have got it right, because the base was always good. The ceramic side was always good. It was just that diamond side. So there we go, folks, and you can add whatever paper you want here, whatever grit you want, but to me that's it. Said and done. It's really good. The CC4, go for it. I definitely recommend it so far. In 3 months I'll give you a wee review, but I can't see there being any problem. The only problem for me, and I think they've actually covered that well because it's a different welding on there, but the diamond never came off. In fact, I tried to get it off and couldn't, and had to put the leather strop just on top of it. So that's our wee paddy out. I'm away for a cup of tea. All the best to you. See you soon. Bye.